Okay. Thing coming up. So, anyway. So, this is my grandson's school. That tall wall. So I'm trying to call them to make sure that they only take out the $200. I believe $268 is my share that I got to pay. Thank God for that. So I know Section 8 is doing recertification now. So my share will probably go up, which is the full share is $571, right? Subtracting what public assistance give, my balance becomes $268 monthly. So for years, now here's the catch. For years, landlords been charging. Well, I'm gonna say no. For years, landlords been charging me full rent. They have not been subtracting the amount of money that public assistance is giving them from the amount of my share of the rent. So I will always be in arrears for my rent. I will always have to go to public assistance for help for my rent because I'm paying this, I'm paying that, but it keeps building up. Like, why is it building up if I'm paying? That should be being subtracted. Now, I got to ask them when I get there today, is y'all paying y'all share? Because I want them to see. I got the breakdown. I want Section 8 to see that this is what they doing to my rent. So, they stating that I owe this amount. But as you can see, the breakdown is coming of what they're getting for my share, right? So I don't know what's going on with y'all, whether y'all paying your share or not, but they taking the money that they giving me. They're taking the money that's being given to me to pay back rent, and they applying it to the balance. I know I'm kind of distracted right now. So now, with that being said, so that's what's happening here. I am, maybe, I don't know why I feel like that. People always, you got your little space and somebody want to come in. This is COVID time. Somebody was saying that on the bus. Come on now. Y'all got all that space over here and y'all over here in my face. Get out of here. But anyway, I'm waiting for the bus. Straight ahead is where the bus is coming from. As you can see, it's not coming. Straight ahead this way. As I said, this is my grandson's school. This building right here. The entrance is down there. But I'm on my way there, right? I should just wait for the express so I can get there in good time. If I take the local, well, no, this going this way is, I really don't pay attention. I don't know whether it's longer, because every time I walk down the hill and catch the bus at this stop, it seems that I just be on the bus for like 15 minutes. Compared to me going, I can also catch it by going outside my apartment and waiting for the 21 bus. Oh, there's water on the screen, and I'm like, what? Is my nose running? No, that's water on the screen. So, but anyway, let me. So, okay, what was I saying? Yeah, so not normally, Normally I walk down here, but sometimes if I want to be lazy and don't feel like walking, I'll stand in front of my house and catch the... I got every water. Let me move that. Okay. That was the raindrops. So if I feel lazy, I'll stand in front of my door and catch that bus and ride. Sometimes I ride to 163rd, but sometimes I forget and ride all the way to 3rd Ave. And then I will cross over and catch that 15 bus and come all the way back past all these stops. So I just try to get that strength and put it in my head, walk down the hill. So anyway, go and get this, and hopefully everything work out. Hopefully the answer don't be okay. You'll get a letter when it's lifted, and then you can come back in, or we'll send the package out to you. I don't know if when I work for the city, because I used to work for the Department of Homeless Services. When I worked for them and for the Parks Department, I think everybody worked for the Parks Department on public assistance due to the fact of they having that 6 months working. But the Department of Homeless Services didn't have nothing to do with public assistance. It was actually a job where I was not getting paid through public assistance. It wasn't off the books, no. So I don't want y'all to think that. It was a city job. I was getting paid, but it was through an agency. So I got a lot of city jobs. They only dealt with the city. I got a lot of city jobs through them. So that was one of the jobs. And when I was working for them, I did my job. I did what I needed to do to the point where the commissioner came down. And when the commissioner came down to me himself to meet me, because word was going around the city offices that there was a lady on the 13th floor that was superb with her job, because I was interacting with the directors of the HRA departments. So a lot of them, working for the field, the department I was in was a homeless department, which deal with people that was homeless. So a lot of people that was homeless was put in a category where they didn't, if their cases was not open, they would lose their availability to move out of the shelter. So they had something called Lend a Hand. I don't know whether they still got it now, but they had something that was called Lend a Hand back then. So in order for Lend a Hand to get paid, right, and in order for Lend a Hand to come and move your stuff, they had Lend a Hand and then they had a moving company. So when you're in the shelter, I guess depending on which one you lucky to get, per se. If you got Lend a Hand, then you was on the, everybody wanted to lend a hand, because you got moved for free, per se, because public assistance paid for it, so you ain't got to kick out no money, and you got all the necessities that you need for your house: your broom, your mop, pots, pans, forks, spoons, dishwashing liquid. You got all the essentials that you needed if you went through Lend a Hand. If you went through the other way, then they just moved you, and the money that they gave you to buy your furniture and stuff, you had to buy all that stuff with you. So my job was to get the people that was in the shelter cases open again so that they could move out, because they was in these shelters holding up space. And whatever the reason was, whenever it get down to a certain amount of people, I think it was transferred over to the homeless department. And somebody in the homeless department, which was me, had to contact the directors of these welfare centers so that the directors can go into the case and open it up. The workers wasn't doing it. I don't know whether it was they wasn't doing their job or they was moving a little bit too slow, but for whatever reason, the workers wasn't doing it, so it had to go straight to the director. So I would call these people up, and I would talk to them, and, I was very courteous to them, and, I was saying, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. That's what I was taught, So I applied it on my job. So it got to the commissioner of the department. Well, I don't know whether it's the commissioner of the Department of Homeless Services or the commissioner of New York City. I don't know, but it was the commissioner. He came down, and when he came down, I saw he came down. It was like police officers walking in, and everything stopped because you like, what's going on? So everybody came. I started out being the front desk. No, I wasn't front desk. I was a personal assistant to the director of the Homeless Services, Department of Homeless Services. So everything that went down in that department, she approved it. Her signature had to get on it. Here come a bus. This looked like the local. So when the commissioner came in, he came in with his people, right? And it was like 3 of them. It was him, 2 men, and a woman. The woman was his assistant, second assistant. All right, I hit you over.